Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attacker Productions. Today I'm back off being joined once again by Jimmy, Trevor, and Nick. Fluff has disappeared on us.
Y'all remember Argent Saga?
No, I do not.
Oh, EverQuest?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Just kind of, yeah. Like always, there's buttons down below. Feel free to click them there for a reason. Today's matchup, this is actually our finals. It is me versus Trevor. Future Gohan versus Teen Gohan. Let's take it away.
Yeah, so I've not played for like 2 months. Whatever Gen Con happened was the last time I played. So I was super rusty, and I somehow made it to the finals. However, I am playing a deck that Bancroft is way more acquainted with than I am, and has a way better version of it. So if you want a deck profile on it, watch his instead.
I will say, I was super excited when I saw you playing it, though. I was like, what?
I thought he could finally win.
I love that yellow deck, man. It's one of my favorite yellow decks.
Trevor's already anticipating the comments.
I'm living that meta life, man.
So, I will say going into this matchup, one of the few things I kind of worried about. Now, I did look at your deck, because you let me look at, like, the beginning of the event. I didn't remember if I saw him or not. So I remember, okay, cool. If I get the 10 drop on the board, he's just going to Final Flash it. So I just got to work around that. And that was kind of my main, like, worry.
To be honest, I have no clue if it's in there. This deck has been sitting in my yellow deck box since I built it at the beginning of the set. All I know that's in there is the SCR I borrowed from Nick, and just all of the various archetype cards that exist for the deck. Just pretty much just how I built it.
I'm still pitching the idea that we do a tournament where it's like Secret Santa, but like your Secret Santa has to build you a deck to play at the tournament. Because I would love to see the type of bullshit that people just have laying in their deck boxes.
Someone's playing the Slug That Hugs. If we did that. Because I want to play against that deck.
Oh yeah, you wanna draw your entire deck and have a hell of a time playing Dragon Ball while the Slug player just sits there and goes, I got dormant potential though.
I only played 2 in that deck. Let me alone. So
you only played 2? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. I got 1 more in the sideboard in case I need it.
You literally hand your opponent like a loaded gun and you go, it's okay, I have this balloon to protect me. What the fuck?
So, a little more on both these decks for those who aren't familiar with it. The Future Gohan deck likes to play trunk blockers, and then the leader will restand those blockers. The Teen Gohan, SS2, likes to play Skillless very cheaply and very quickly to go into a big 10 drop. Now, a lot of people at our locals has kind of caught on to that 10 drop play. So when I built this deck, I built it with the intention of trying to go. Man, I love that dryer in the background. With the intention of going wide instead of going tall.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely the play. It's a lot easier to remove a single card than it is, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't, know what's in your own deck and don't have like Secret ID Mess Saiyan chilling in it to deal with it. So
or maybe you do. How would you know?
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I didn't look at my deck. But I think going second really confused me. And as I'm watching Bancroft set up all the things he needs to succeed, and then we had the conversation about. Okay, it's not this turn. We'll talk about it next turn.
That's fair. For those who aren't familiar, the Zeno play with this leader is actually fantastic because you can always just use the Zenos +2 to charge a card, then immediately swing with leader and just pick that card up like a draw 2 effect, which is pretty cool. But being able to see Zeno on turn 2 allows me to also play the 3-drop blocker Goku because you have to have 3 or more energy to play it for 1 energy. So it's pretty nice.
I'm just sitting here watching this turn happen.
Yeah, let's all not say anything else. Let's wait till this turn's over.
So
He has to concentrate. No, don't say anything.
Oh,
Let it. We gotta let him concentrate. He's concentrating right now. We're doing this live.
I'm forgetting about that. It's AOP live.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here and I'm contemplating: do I play a Unison or do I play a blocker to try and get the early awaken off? And at some point, I will make the decision to play something. Maybe I just scoop and leave.
I will
You'll
say.
find out eventually.
I will say that this video actually isn't increased in speed by any means. This match was under 20 minutes. Typically, if a match is under 20 minutes, I don't change the speed rate of it. So here you do play the 2-drop Gohan, which definitely accelerates your chain, and I just didn't want that. Because if I'm correct, if you activate blocker on it, that is what plays the 1-drop from your deck, I think.
So you activate blocker, it pulls the 1-drop out. There's a Trunks, I forget what it's called. It's a 1-drop Trunks from the set this future Gohan came out in. And plays from deck, and then after the Gohan is KO'd, the 1-drop Trunks auto then procs off, and you can evolve the 3-drop on top of it for free, basically, from your deck. And you awaken on your leader whenever a blocker dies.
So the mindset was that either I stop the play there, stops you from awakening, or I hang on to my counterplay, because I think it's the only one I had, and allow you to keep the blocker. And when you go into the 3-drop, I counterplay that. But the problem is that if you play both of them in your deck, one with deflect and one with not deflect, you can always choose the deflect one instead, so that way the counterplay doesn't work. I didn't want to risk that.
I could pull that window 1, window 2 crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if countering the 2-drop alone prevented me from awakening on my terms, so it was kind of like forcing it into, well, now I have to basically go down to 4 because you go crazy wide. So it was basically I'm awakening on your terms at that point. So the ball's in your court in every aspect with my non-existent board and your wide board and awakenness. So
yeah, especially being tapped out. Sorry, just wanted to talk about yellow. Being tapped out in yellow sucks.
Yeah, being tapped out in every color sucks ass, bro. I mean, especially yellow. You are right.
Well, a lot of yellow's free stuff works on you having sometimes active energy, Yeah.
Which, Trevor, you did say you had this built from when this set dropped, so you don't have any of the newer yellow tech, I'm assuming, in this list.
I do have the Hidden Power Super Stands, but that came out with it. I have the Piccolos that came out in the Namekian boost thing. I have the Trunks that came in the Namekian boost, and I have one Mecha Frieza negate.
Oh, that's all you need.
So yeah, but you know what I need to use the Mecha Frieza negate?
What's that?
Energy.
Prove it. Just cheat. Just cheat. It's easy.
Oh yeah, cheat against all the players that actually know their cards, unlike me.
Nobody knows their fucking cards of this locals. It doesn't matter.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. There you go.
Yeah. I don't want Bancroft suing me because he.
So, the 4-drop Trunks, which plays for 2 energy, pops a card, dual attack, which is pretty nice. Played the chill, use the chilled auto to play the skill list I use to discard to play the chill. And this is just kind of like I was explaining earlier, I made the deck, the intentions of just going wide.
Yeah, great
And it
tech.
looks like he did that.
Shield does great.
I could have put the Vegeta back down to tap into play another skillless, but I don't have I don't have 5 energy yet, and I think I just wanted to have an open energy. Sorry, I don't have 5 cards in my drop area, and I wanted to have at least an open energy, just in case he's able to go off next turn. I wanted to be able to protect myself a little bit better.
Yeah. So, talk about the Goku Calamity Challenger. He's a great defensive option, but it seems like in your list, he's kind of running more so on the idea of just throw bodies out there for cheap that you can swing with.
So,
at least that's the way I'm looking at it.
It has deflect,
Mhm.
and that right there is a reason to. I do have I think 2 of that and 2 of the Sun Gohan, where the Sun Gohan will just pop a 3 or less, ignoring barrier. This one has deflect, so if I know I'm playing against an opponent who could stop my blockers from coming out, I can just play this one instead to ignore the counterplay.
Mm-hmm.
But I could definitely see an argument of just dropping this card entirely and just going more on the Sun Gohan if you wanted to for popping cards. Because you cannot use it to activate main in this deck. The activate main requires a Trunks Youth Leader, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But even still, is like a generic card. I mean, for 3 energy, you tap 1.
You draw 1
15K
too.
blocker, draw a card.
Yeah, I forgot about the fact that you do draw 1 from it as well, which is a perk over the Sun Gohan.
Yeah, just tap 1, draw 1. Not bad.
But this past turn, we talked about it, and something that I've learned, especially as somebody that played the heck out of the Zeno Unison, is that apparently you can +2, and you don't have to charge or activate the main to use the +2 on it, and you don't have to charge a card.
Yeah, Jimmy left early, and he wasn't there to just kind of reassure me. Like, you know, I think I talked to you earlier that day as well. Like, hey, I am right on this, right? So unless I've already done it, I will discard a card at some point, just to, well, you know, just to be fair. There we go. There it is. But I think after this turn, Fluff kind of backed up. Like, yeah, you don't actually have to use the effect because it's an activate main. So I do the +2, which allows me to activate the main, but I choose not to activate it. If I'm correct, that's how it works.
That's the way I have seen it ruled in the past. Especially situations like when it comes to like Zamasu and Goku Black decks, where there's cards that stop you from charging additional cards. It allows you to still +2 without having to resolve the full effect.
And I think during that same event, I think Jake's not here to talk about it, but I think he mentioned that there's some cards units that say you may, but I don't think those have an activate main associated to those marker modifiers. It's just modify the marker effect.
Yeah. Here I was like, well, I want to play something that's just going to hit by God Sealing or removal via like the Gohan or stuff like that. So I was like, well, at worst, I stopped the 10 drop from swinging at me.
And I mean, that's definitely a solution. I think I phrased it, I was like, yeah, if I have it in my hand, I could do this and this and that. I had it in my hand. So you putting it on the board definitely stops me from pushing with that play.
But
I assume at this point you're kind of in this position where I think you may play a battle card, but I feel like you're in a position. Do you want to play a battle card?
Yeah, it's one of those. I would kind of want to play a battle card so that I can at least swing with the Vegeta or make use of the super combo in this sense to rest a card, and then I can combo it off and remove a card.
Yeah, I think here I was like, explain to me, what does that card do? Because I feel like it definitely did a lot.
It's a great super combo that I feel like a lot of people don't play that often. It's kind of like Vegeta Lone Prince in the sense that it does a lot. It's just it's kind of specific because if you want to use the removal effect from it, you have to do it on your turn. So that's kind of what it runs into. Your opponent has to have 5 tapped cards, and then you have to combo with it on your own turn to get the removal of a rest moded card.
So do you choose the card that goes into rest mode, or does the opponent choose?
I believe I choose, but
I mean, you did choose it.
It's a you choose.
Well, the only reason I bring it up is did you not want to hit the blocker, or did you just want to get rid of something?
My thought was that card has dual attack, if I remember right. So I wanted to reduce the number of attacks coming out next turn.
And technically, both those cards are blocker.
Oh, the Trunks is too?
Yeah, Trunks is a blocker as well.
Ah.
That's why I only swung once with it.
But I was looking at my hand and seeing what he had, and my hand was kind of booty cheeks. So I was like, well, just do something. maybe Bancroft will do the classic not overthink and not swing with enough things and want combo for whatever reason kind of thought process.
It does happen from time to time.
That only depends if Bancroft says his hand is trash in turn 1.
Yeah,
that's fair. I will say, since I've gotten back from Gen Con, I've realized I've changed the way I play slightly, actually. I used to, just, like you said, overthink stuff, but now I kind of try to maximize as much as possible. I don't know what caused that switch to flip, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you learned how to be good at the game.
Yeah, that's it.
Probably the ego boost you got.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Still to this day, I'll say it. I was betting on Bancroft having the biggest head coming out of Gen Con, but he was pretty subdued.
Look, man.
He said, "Hey, he still talk shit when I said I want a Baskin Robbins because I still have never tried Baskin Robbins. I want to see what the hype is about."
Look, we'll do a video on that when we hit what mile marker you want that to be.
What kind of spice are we gonna have to put on it though?
No, this is just for you to enjoy it.
Oh, it's just for me to enjoy?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not going to be anything that's going to backfire in my face?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. What are we at right now? Like 2,500? Let's do it at like 2,530.
We're past 2,530, but thank you.
All right, let's go get Baskin Robbins, baby! But Dragon Ball.
So here, I'm just applying pressure. I got rid of his unison, only because I couldn't remember how the prideful transformations counterplay works on my head, if that required X amount of markers or not, and I didn't want to risk it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because here, I still have 3 energy, and I'm just trying to push with what I can with what I got right now. And I will say, in this particular build, and I will have a profile on this Gohan that I'm playing, I've learned from the first time playing this deck, I do not play Champas, I do not play Overrealm, because for some reason, when I play just 4 of those cards, 90% of my matches, I charge it off one of my cards, and I'm not risking that anymore.
Nah, that's why you guys gotta stack your deck.
Oh, yeah.
I got cheap, bro.
That makes sense. I will say, in that last hurrah, because I did have more plays I could do, but Trevor, you were like, look, if you got 10k, that's it. Just, if you got 10k, just do it.
Please, put me out of my misery.
So, this is one of those matchups, unfortunately, where it lined up in my favor. And since I went first, it really did hurt you going in there. I feel like if you went first, it could have potentially been a different setup, for sure. Because you would have been able to establish your blocker earlier and be able to block with it. Then from there, getting your chain going where you needed to go.
Right, yeah.
But With that being said, hope you enjoyed today's video. Keep in mind there's buttons down below, and since Fluff isn't here, that goes to Jimmy, doesn't it?
I guess so. I guess I'm second in command when it comes to doing outros. So ignore that you heard Fluff in the earlier videos this week, but that's been retconned. Actually, the canon now is that we haven't seen him since Astroworld, so we don't know where Fluff is. If anybody knows, like, there's no Guitar Center near where the Astroworld concert was, so we don't know where to look. But hopefully he'll be back next time. Subscribe, like, bye.